Hello viewers, I'm here with yet another video on IELTS writing task 1. In fact, I'm going to show you how to do the academic writing task 1 and to write 200 words. Just before I get started, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel and smash the like button. I'm the founder of CELPIP Academy and my name is Sridhar Santhanam. Let's see what do we have here. It's a bar chart. You should spend about 20 minutes on this task. The chart below shows the amount of leisure time enjoyed by men and women of different employment status. Write a report for a university lecturer. Describing the information below, you should write at least 150 words. Okay, you have employed full-time, employed part-time, unemployed, retired, housewives, male and female. So normally the leisure time enjoyed is in hours and not in percentage. So let's get started. Okay, always start by saying the bar chart illustrates, elucidates, describes, elucidates the amount of leisure time enjoyed by various people of different job types. We don't have to say various here when we have said different job types. Okay, the bar chart elucidates the amount of leisure time enjoyed by people of different job types. So I'm just rephrasing it somehow, that's all. As can be seen from the chart, that unemployed and retired enjoyed greater number of free time in a typical week. Okay, we are done with the introduction part. And we have beautifully rephrased whatever has been given. You also used leisure time, free time and everything. We can interchange it if we want. So the amount of free time and then leisure time there to get a very good score. Leisure time in a typical week. If you're starting the bar chart with overall, then you have to conclude it by saying finally. Because in an essay, you can conclude by saying in conclusion, to summarize or to conclude. Whereas here, you should not say that. Either you start by saying to begin with and then say overall to conclude, or overall to start with and to conclude, you have to say finally. All right. To begin with, okay. So unemployed and retired men enjoyed over 80 hours of leisure time in a week. Okay. So that is what I see here, because I see that unemployed and retired men enjoyed over 80 hours of leisure time. Okay, now, but the unemployed and retired women enjoyed less than 80 hours of free time. Okay, now similarly, there are housewives. So we have to similarly the housewives spent over, or I think it's a proper 50 hours value, all right? Spent 50 hours of leisure time, but there is no data or data shared for the housemen. Okay, there is no data shared for housemen. Similarly, the housewives spend 50 hours of leisure time, but there is no data shared for housemen. Furthermore, employed full-time over 40 hours, women less than 40 hours. Furthermore, employed full-time male spent over 40 hours of free time, but employed full-time female spent less than 40 hours of free time in a typical week. What else do we have here? We have only employed part-time. Okay, but there is no data given for men. Nevertheless, employed part-time women spent enjoying (40 hours of leisure time in a week), but there is no data given for employed part-time men. Okay, so we are almost done here. Let's do a proofreading before we conclude our task. The bar chart elucidates the amount of free time enjoyed by people of different job types. As can be seen from the chart, the unemployed and the retired enjoyed greater number of leisure time in a typical week. To begin with, unemployed and retired men enjoyed over 80 hours of leisure time in a week, but the unemployed and retired women enjoyed less than 80 hours of free time. Now, if you want to give the approximate value, you can also say like 81, 82 or anything like that. But I do not see that there is a necessity to give any proper value because I don't see any proper value. It's only over or below or things like that. Similarly, the housewives spend 50 hours of leisure time, but there is no data shared for the housemen. Furthermore, employed full-time male spent over 40 hours of free time, but employed full-time female spent less than 40 hours of, or you can change it to below. Below. Normally, we don't say below, it's only less than 40 hours of free time in a typical week. Nevertheless, employed part-time women spent enjoying 40 hours of leisure time in a week, but there is no data given for employed part-time men. Now, how to conclude in a different way? Overall, it's a clear depiction of different employment status, people status, who enjoyed leisure time. Thus, overall, it's a clear depiction of different employment status P. Okay, overall, it's a clear depiction of people from different employment status who enjoyed leisure time. Thus, it is seen that employed people took liberty over unemployed people for enjoying leisure time in a typical week. Don't have to say that time and again. Overall, it's a clear depiction of people from different employment status who enjoyed leisure time. Thus it is seen that employed people took. So that's why I do proofreading at the end. Thus it is seen from the chart that okay, typo chart that employed people took liberty over unemployed people for enjoying leisure time. Thus, it is seen from the chart that employed people took liberty over unemployed people for enjoying leisure time. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll come up with more such videos on the other side. Thanks for watching.